Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing Secrets of Sulphur Springs Season 2 Episode 2 called No Time to Waste. And yeah, where we left off in Episode 1. Well, actually there's a couple things I want to mention first. I'm not sure if you can even hear it, but there's rain outside. So it's pouring, so I'm sorry if that's a disturbance, but that's happening. And also, I'm sorry this video is kind of coming a little bit late. Decided to do the bike and stuff like that. So that took time. Because I watched the episode, so hopefully I remember everything. Because I watched the episode to do my review, but then I remember, oh yeah, gotta do the bike because I have an indoor cycling thing. So I did that for like an hour. So now I'm doing this, so hopefully remember everything, because there's not much, because you can see with the numbers down there's not much footage here, so I had to get it from memory and stuff like that. So yeah, you're not gonna see this the capsule for like a while. I don't think it's like a too long while, but it's like for a bit. So yeah, so those are the couple things. So hopefully the rain won't be too much of a big deal. But yeah, where we left off episode 1, we figured out that Grace, which is Harper's great grandmother. Yeah, Grace is Harper's great grandmother because Stacy is Harper's great grandmother. Yeah. Yeah, and Harper's grandmother is I think it was like mentioned in the first episode of season 2. What was it, Marie or something? I forgot. And that was like her dad's mom. So yeah, that timeline works out. But yeah, we learned it was Grace. It was actually haunting the hotel because we thought it was Savannah all season 1. Like, why is Savannah doing this? Is she mad? Did Ben do something? That was all season 1. Then we figured out, oh, it wasn't Savannah. What? And there's something going on with 205. What does Grace have to do with the door? We're all figuring out some stuff, and we figure out some stuff here, more mysteries. It's all great. Okay. So what happens first? Sorry, I'm just staring at the time capsule. I was like, is that what happens? Like, no. I believe it starts with. Oh, right. We start with not Zoe. Was it Zoe? Oh my goodness! I hope I don't get the twins' names wrong again. Yeah, Zoe and Wyatt. They're basically of what happened is where the wallpaper was off, and they're kind of saying like oh, like that wasn't just what happened, what mom and dad says what happened, the ghost did it, and they're like, oh, we need proof, like what are we gonna do? Griffin basically came. He's like, hey, what happened? It's like, oh, like we don't tell mom and dad, but like, look, that we think the ghost did it. We think paranormal activity. And Griffin's like, wait, what are you guys talking about? And it's like, yeah, you were here, because even Griffin said, hey, is that my shake? And then your wife's like, yeah, it was melting. And Griffin's like, there's a fridge. Sorry, I was looking outside and it's pretty gloomy, but yeah, it kind of looks like the sun's out because of my room, because it's a white room. But sorry, I'm getting distracted. But he's like, but there's like a fridge. You could put it in the fridge. So yeah, why? That's kind of like a jerk move. He could have even said something like, I like stressy or something because of the ghost situation. But no, he didn't say that. It was melting. It's a fridge. Whatever. You even could have said that the ghost is like haunting the fridge or something, and that could have been true. We don't know if Grace hates the fridge, but no, you just drank it. Great, thank you. But it's like, about like you said, I was here all night, but I didn't hear anything. So I'm like, yeah, because even because remember back at the end of episode 1 when Sarah and Sarah and Ben came back with Jess's coffee shop with the kids. They was like, "Oh, Griffin, where are you?" And then Sarah's like, "Hey, Griffin, is that you? Yeah, I was out back. I'm back in. Okay, it was time for you kids to go to bed." It's like, "Oh yeah," it's like, "Oh yeah, sure, we're gonna sleep tonight." So they go to bed basically, and was there anything else? Man, I'm trying to because there is a scene I want to talk about, but I kind of want to go things in order. But trying to think if there's anything else. Hmm. No. Okay. So basically, it's nighttime and everyone went to sleep, and I don't know which go comes before what, but I guess since we haven't talked about Savannah yet, let's talk about Savannah. It's in the morning. If it's in the timeline, morning night, it's the same thing, where Savannah's in the morning. She's doing her counseling job, which is pretty cool. And then well, no, she's doing a counseling job, but she isn't talking to kids. She's holding towels actually. Because people want to swim in the springs and stuff like that. Makes sense. But then she sees like this person covered in moss. I was like, oh my goodness, moss man! Like, I'm like, what's going on? She's like, I'm probably gonna say this a million times. I'm really glad that she has a mom now. She says, mom, like not just a counselor something. Like mom. Oh, like I saw a person covered with moss, and then she's like, oh, you mean Sam, like the maintenance guy? Yeah, he's the moss collector. He collects moss. You see the guy. It's covered in moss. And I was like, oh, that's Moss Man? I was like, he's not terrorizing kids, so that's kind of mean because even Savannah's like, Mom, Sam's the Moss Man? Like, no, he's not the Moss Man, he's just a man. Like, he just doing his job and he's very busy, so he doesn't have time for kids, so don't bother him. I was like, oh, okay. And Savannah's really suspicious because I think she's also kind of haunted with the whole thing about Mossman and everything's happened, the reason why she went to the basement, what Jess did. So Mossman's sort of connected with that. And I don't think Sam, whoever the guy is, meant any harm. But it was like from a far distance. But when I just kind of look in the back of his head, maybe I'm just imagining things, but it kind of looked like an older Sam from, like that's Daisy's brother. But I'm like, did he time travel too? But he had a time travel book. Did he figure it out? Is the time travel radio his? Because we don't know who made that. That could have been him. Or it could have been Grace. Maybe she did it before she passed away. We don't know. But we thought Savannah died and well, actually we didn't think she died. We thought she disappeared actually. So that actually makes more sense with the time travel thing. We have just saw Grace's grave, but that could have been fake too. So but sorry, besides that, I'm just have a little theory that maybe the older guy just happens to be named Sam with the same back of the head. I'm thinking that's the same Sam from back to the 1930s. And I remember I looked back in the episode where Daisy, Sam, and Isaiah, they're in the 1930s. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to clarify that in case you were wondering. But okay, where were we? All right, so Savannah's kind of haunted by the guy, because, and you understand why, but Savannah, don't bother him. Savannah's kind of curious, but this is a weird thing. When I very first watched it, I had to watch it again, and I was like, oh, I remember that. Like that went back in my brain. But when I first watched it on TV, I'm like, what the heck is going on? Because we see a bunch of fire. We hear someone screaming. What's happening? We see the part of a house. What house is that? Then we see Harper like wake up from it. I'm like, okay, you don't just go in someone's dream unless it means something, because that'd just be weird if we just, oh, this is someone's dream. I mean, unless it's like a dream world, but even that would have like consequences or something important if it's like a dream type of show. This isn't that type of show, but dreams should be important, especially with Disney. So, even like Harper's kind of coughing a bit. Did she bring some of the fire and the smoke with her from the dream world? The dream reality? I don't know, but when I first watched it, I was like, what the heck is going on? Because that was even from like the trailer thing where she woke up and she was like, so I was like, oh, that must have connected with that. And we get back, we get to Wyatt and Zoe, and Wyatt's still sleeping on the floor because of the whole ghost situation. He's still wearing his hat. He's like, oh, but even Zoe's like, why are we doing up? It's too early. And it's like, oh, I've been up even like I'm not sure if you said like an hour. It's like an hour before sunrise. I was waiting for the sun to come up. I was like, oh, geez, dude, get some sleep. But I'm sure he did. And he's like, I was waiting for daylight, safety. Which, yeah, daylight means safety. He opens the curtain and he's like, I guess not. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? And he's like, um, Zoe, get over here. They look down in the window, and I'm like, there's like the lady staring at them. I was like, so they are connected? What's going on? And that was the same shot where they were kind of looking. I was kind of thinking maybe Zoe would be important, but I think both Zoe and Wyatt would be important because the old lady's kind of staring at them with the black robes, and they're all freaking out. They go from their room to Sarah and Ben's room to mom and dad. It's like, mom, dad, we found the ghost. Oh, okay, look home. Let's see the ghost. What's going on? They open the curtains of there, and the old lady's gone. I mean, yeah, of course she disappeared, but I'm like, who is that? She doesn't really look familiar. Like, I don't know. Maybe in the comments you can say like, who is this old lady and who is the maintenance guy, the Moss Man, or maybe it's just a one-time thing. Who knows? But like, she just vanished. But isn't like the back in episode 1 where Grace vanished? Oh my goodness, an actual ghost. This person just probably ran away. But why? Why stare at Wyatt and Zoe? Also, that's another thing. Why not go to Harper? Why not go to Griffin? Maybe Sarah, because Sarah's freaking out. Why Wyatt and Zoe? Is there something special with them? I don't know. I don't know. That's a big question. But it's like, we saw her, she vanished. Or maybe you should pour some cereal, relax, okay? Kids that have overactive imaginations, and so he's like, they mean us. And you know why it's like, oh, okay. And like, you know, they go downstairs and like, you know, they're kind of laughing. But Sarah's kind of, I think Sarah's kind of have a big focus. I kind of like that. And Ben's kind of like, the kids are getting to you, aren't they? And I love the reversal because it kind of makes sense. Where Ben was keeping his secrets, he wanted to fix the tree mine. This is back in season 1, where like he kept all the secrets, and it was driving Sarah crazy. And Sarah at the end was just comforting him, and I just love that. Now Ben's doing the best he can to comfort her, but now the ghost is like terrorizing her. So, like, you know, like it's actually kind of interesting because even Ben's like, the kids are getting to you, and she's like, yeah, a little bit. And it's like, well, you know, morning jitters, it'll get to you in the fog. And obviously, that's what even Ben said. There's no ghost, but it's a bunch of mist. And then, the mist can play mind tricks on you. And then, you know, she's like, ghosts can play tricks on you too. Ben's kind of has a look at, come on. And, you know, and Sarah's like, Ben, I'm just telling you. But she's trying to be honest, trying to have an honest, open relationship, which I do like. Feels like just someone or something in this house and it wants us out. I'm feeling something. And it's like, well, you know, I'm glad you told me, but there's not really much we can do. Like, kind of a discussion about it, but nothing really can do. I don't know. Noises. I mean, because Ben's not really seeing the ghost because he finally got over Savannah, so now he's not really seeing it. But Sarah's seeing it. So the ghost trying to reach out to Sarah. Well, what's going on? Why not Ben? Because Ben went through enough trauma. Does Grace not like Ben? Who knows? I don't know. Spinning theories out. Just out on the wall. But we What's the next thing? Right. I'm not sure this is where we get to Savannah next with the whole Mossman thing, the reveal basically. Um, Now we get to this scene actually. Yeah. Yeah, this scene. Oh, okay. Okay. We get to this scene right here, and
figure out why Grace wants us back here.
so that's like the plan. Like they're in the 1930s, so wearing like I think it's like different clothes because Harper's wearing like a different dress, not the wedding gown that kind of freaked Griffin out, which is kind of funny. But she's like, here's the plan. So Daisy's out doing something. So while she's out, I'm gonna pretend to be her, and we're gonna like figure out some stuff. And Griffin's like, and I'm gonna play like the new neighbor. Like he's got this hat. And he like puts it on. He looks kind of funny. But I just love this right here. I just love this right here. Oh my. I'm sorry. I don't know, maybe calling me like too over dramatic or something. I don't know. I like it, but just the music, like the birds chirping and the green grass on the trees, and like they're under the shade, and oh my goodness, it looks so peaceful. They can live on this farm. I love it because she's like she's kind of just like with because she doesn't need to do this. Like, I mean, probably Griffin like really appreciates it, but like Harper doesn't have to do this. Does the same thing with when they're in the campfire back in season 1, back in time. It was like the 1990s? I forgot. But where Harper was kind of getting the chocolate off of Griffin's face. Like Griffin can wipe his own face, but Harper likes him. Just like she's kind of fixing the hat, like, oh, look, let me fix it for you. It's like, I just need a little toot, and Griffin's kind of trying to fix it too, trying to like impress her. It's like kind of like, how's that? Like, and she's like, oh, that's okay. Like, like you did an okay job, but come on, let's go. Harper kind of looks back, but she kind of heard something. Like she has like a feeling, but like no one's there. Daisy's gone. Where did she go? I just want to say I love this tree right here. Because I think these trees like intertwine with like the branches with like another tree. So I don't know. I really like nature. Really cool. But then your Griffin's like, hey Harper, come on. I guess I'll just leave it right there. Yeah, sorry, that's a weird position. Griffin looks very pixelated, but that's the last thing. So that's all for the clips. But all right, they basically what happens? Right, they go and they see Sam like riding a bike, and I'm like, what's he doing? And then it falls apart. Oh, poor guy. And they're kind of like, and Sam has a whole bunch of questions, but she's like, oh, Daisy, you scared the daylights out of me. You frightened me. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, well, what you up to? But I hopefully, again, like the language, right? Like the way they're speaking, because that's kind of important for the episode, I mean. So, if I'm not, I'm sorry. But then, well, what you up to? What you doing? And it's like you know what I'm doing. Like like the new neighbor. Who's that? It's like, oh, I'm Harry. I'm new neighbor. It's, oh, that's interesting. But Sam's very curious and suspicious. It's like, weren't you picking up pecans? Like, why'd you change your dress? It's like, oh, where's the sack? Because that's what Daisy was carrying, the sack. Oh, she was picking pecans. But, she's like, oh, I filled up the sack and it got dirty, so I changed my clothes. Oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. And, Griffin just picks up his book. But, Griffin, that's not yours. But Griffin's kind of really messed up enough with time travel. I guess that doesn't really matter in this case. But still, Griffin kind of probably shouldn't have done that, because even Sam's like, hey, oh, Harry, it's not yours. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, but like you're into time travel? Is that, oh, you believe in time travel, Harry? And then you Griffin's like, I'm open to the idea. Yeah, you're open to it. Okay. I'm open to the idea. Yeah. And it's like, well, like, it's like, oh, did you tell him, Daisy? Yeah, I told him. Oh, come on. Is it, my time travel machine is a work in progress. So did Sam build it? Is he Moss Man? Who knows? I don't know. It kind of looked like him, but it could just be another guy. Could be another ancestor. We don't know. We really don't know. But what happens next? And it's like, oh, so you came from the pecan grove, right? What? Like near the springs? Like, you mean like by the edge of the forest? Like, yeah, where the pecans are. Like, we going crazy, Daisy? Is it? I gotta go. And it's like, and even like Griffin's like, hey, we just got here. We gotta go now. It's all bye, Daisy's little brother. Oh, Sam. Bye, Harry. Okay. And even like Sam was like wearing like goggles with like a hat, so it kind of look old fashioned. I like it. And there's like, and Griffin's like, what are you doing, like Harper? And it's like, I felt like like someone was following me. Oh, Daisy, yeah, we let the portal open. What? Not open. Was it open? I'm not sure. Like, yeah, we let the portal open. Oh no, we gotta go. We get back to Wyatt and Zoe because they asked Topher to come in because they're hanging out because now the um what's it called? I don't know their family's called the Tremonts, but I think they had a specific last name. I forgot. But Topher is in the house, and Topher's kind of being more into the supernatural stuff. He's kind of being more in the forefront because we saw him a lot in the trailer, so kind of makes sense. And it's like, and Topher's kind of like, so you sure the ghost is in Savannah? No, we asked point blank, and it said no. But even why it's like no, and so it's like it wasn't that dramatic. And like and did and Topher's like, what specific times of the day? It's always random, basically. But like but it always responds to us, and then Topher's like, that's interesting. Topher's even saying the rocking chair kind of like to get a feel for it. It's like, oh, it kind of feels like a normal rocking chair. I wonder what's up with it. Like with the ghost situation. So Topher's kind of thinking, but wish we can get like a look in that mirror and say, oh, wish we can find it, but you have no idea where your dad hid it. So no, but let's go look in the secret room because we know every nook and cranny of this house. Remember, they have that map thing, so they're gonna check. We get back to Griffin and Harper, and they're basically like, oh, we gotta get out of here because yeah, if your great grandmother was anything like you, Drew, go exploring. They go, oh, the portal's open. No, the portal's already open. We found a sack of pecans. We gotta go. We see Daisy in her outfit, and then she's like, Daisy, it's like, who are you two? Where am I? It's like, we have to explain. And then just like remember, like it was like in the next time in episode 2 at the end of episode 1, like we showed like it showed clips and stuff like that. We saw Jess say Harper, and like, oh, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Both Griffin and Harper hide, and say, oh, Harper, come on, we gotta go home. And basically, Harper's like, oh, there's no time to explain, Daisy. You had to be me. Like, there's no other choice. Who are you? It's like, I'm your great granddaughter in travel through time. And Griffin's like, it's even Daisy's like, time? What? You sound like my brother. And and Griffin's like, yeah, look way into time. And then he's like, and she's like, you don't have a choice. You have to be me. Harper. It looks like Harper. Daisy basically follows the mom. And even when we're in the car with her, we just feel the confusion. Because when we're not in a normal car, like with like Ben or Griffin, it feels like, oh, you're just in a normal ride. But when we hear Jess turn on the ignition, the engine, it feels so weird. They actually did a pretty good job. Maybe I'm over exaggerating it, but we just see, and then names. Jess is like, seatbelt, and almost said Jess. Oh my goodness. Daisy is Harper. is trying to figure out the seatbelt, but she clicked it. Yay, she's learning. She knows about seatbelts now and cars, kind of. She's driving off. Oh, we gotta go. Okay, you need to follow her. And like, okay, yeah, and but wait, you want me to babysit? It's not babysitting, but we don't want her to mess up or my mom to find out. But that would be the whole thing. Is I'm starting a new honest relationship with her. I don't want to lie to her again. Kind of for the greater good. But I don't know. Saying the ghost free, I guess, is good. I don't know, complicated. It's not all black and white. It's gray. But yeah, it's gray. But it's like you gotta help her convince, explain things to her. To be me, I gotta go figure out stuff in the house to free Grace or figure out why she's haunting the place or whatever. It's okay. Meet at 5. Okay. So we get to where do we go to next? All right, we have Harper going through the house and just kind of sneaking around, and she's in this kind of an area. So it's like, oh, what's this? And she's kind of looking at some stuff, and we have Sam's like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, oh, no, sorry, she was beautiful, wasn't she? She's talking about Grace, which is Sam's mom, and she's like, yeah, she was. And Harper's kind of like, oh, the rocking chair. Is like, yeah, Papa always likes to stand down to feel close to Mama. Is like, yeah, he does. Like, yeah, but come on, we should go. Okay. And we get back to just so many plot lines. Oh my goodness, we have Harper 1930. We have Griffin with Daisy. We have Wide Zoe with Topher, and we have Savannah. Is that too much for one episode? But it felt so neatly. It felt like we each go back to a character. When you feel like we should go back to this character, it goes back. So I kind of like it because how many plots? I don't know what would be the A plot necessarily. Because the original plan with Griffin and Harper is to stay together for a long period of time, and that's what we were expecting. But that kind of splitted, so there's a 2 halves of an A plot. Because I always said with C plots and D plots, only Big City Greenstones had to do it well. I forgot that they had this sort of situation back in season 1, or maybe I just didn't notice it. But this is going pretty well. We get back to Savannah, and she's doing her junior counseling thing, but then she sees Sam, basically the Moss Man, basically, and she's kind of about him, and she he leaves, but goes to a secret room. This is a secret room in the now the where the Campbells live, basically. Oh, it's with this and it was a way you don't have to bust through. There's actually a lamp you can open to close the door. I guess Sam goes in there for what? For what? We not we. Savannah does the same thing. She goes in there and she's kind of looking at something, and she's like, what is she looking at? But I forgot if they actually showed something, but I remember this is actually from the, I don't know if this was in the trailer, but it was in the intro where she was kind of looking at something. What is she looking at? And we see there's time travel radio. Sam, maybe he might have created it, but maybe he's aware of it. Is it the same Sam from the 1930s? Maybe, but he knows how to get in there. Is he just a maintenance guy? But does he know about the time travel radio, or does he think it's just a radio? What's going on? So Savannah's kind of getting more clues, what's going on? Oh, it's even the lights are not working. Oh my goodness, I better get out of here. We get back to Daisy, and again, everything is so loud. Even regular episodes, just people on their phones. But for Daisy, everybody's so loud. People are just talking. We hear tweets and birds and stuff like that. And Daisy, oh my goodness, what's going on? And and then Jess is okay, table was 30 or something. She's like, may I help you? She's trying to do. Oh, don't forget to smile. She's smiling. Oh, I would like to do this. And Griffin finally came in, started to help her. They got the order stuff. Is okay, this is what they mean, what they need. Is I need to talk to you all back. I need to talk to her for a second. Okay, be quiet. She has orders to fill, basically. She goes outside. She tries to explain things, and she's like, "Everything's so loud here. There's devices and what this big mechanical thing with seatbelts? What's that? And do you want me to take orders? Was this a saloon or something? Like, what's going on? You boy? Like, who are you? You have to trust me. Trust you? I don't even know you. Everything's so loud." And even Griffin tried to explain stuff. "You're even talking way too fast." Because that's not what to do back in the 1930s. And he said, "I'm sorry, I talk way too fast when I get excited." And Griffin didn't even get mad. He, like, understands. And he's like, Griffin's trying to explain things where you're in a situation, right, where what was it? Because Daisy's great granddaughter is Harper. So Daisy's granddaughter would be Jess. So that's so funny. Daisy's interacting with her granddaughter. Well, no, not her granddaughter, actually. Well, I mean, I guess granddaughter-in-law for, like, marriage, but she's connected with, I forgot his name. Oh, shoot, I forgot his name. But, it's Harper and Topher's father, so, the family line got it all mixed up. So the families are connected still, but it's different. But Griffin's trying to explain everything best, but Griffin's trying to help Harper in the cafe. They stop and say, "Oh, can I?" Even like, Daisy's kind of, I'm getting lightheaded. Obviously Griffin, the righteous dude he is, catches her. He's like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Oh, we're doing like a dance thing in the project in the 1930s. He's like, "What? Okay, like, can I? We're supposed to do a project. Can Harper, like, come to my house?" He's like, "You can come to our house, okay? You just kind of spend too much time over there." "Oh, okay." Like, we get back to so many plot points. We get back to the new trio, I guess. The trio of investigators. We have the duo of Griffin and Harper. We have the trio of Wyatt, Zoe, and Topher. So we get to the trio, basically. And they're basically kind of "Oh, we should check this place first." They're in the basement. They found the mirror. "Oh, they better not find the portal. What's gonna happen?" And like they're kind of, "Okay, Topher, you're our eyewitness. Like, you gotta talk to the mirror. What are you gonna do?" "Okay, you need to ask it, like, who are you?" Basically, because even Topher's like, "Oh, what question should I ask?" Ask, "Who are you?" Like that. It's like, okay, if you're not Savannah Ghost, who are you? But she got interrupted, but the parents don't know what the kids are doing, so the interruption was fine. "Oh, kids, you're not supposed to be down there. If you're down there," "Oh, we got busted." "Topher, you stay down here. Get the mirror to talk. The ghost. We're gonna go up." "Okay." And Topher asks like a billion questions. "Who are you? If you're not who, why are you doing this? Why are you haunting this family, this nice family? Like, what's going on? Give me a sign, an initial, or something." And it fogs up. He kind of rubs it, like his fist on it. It shows the basement, like that toxic logo. I forgot what it's talking, like caution logo. He's kind of like, it tells him to go that way. Question: Grace is trusting Topher to an extent, but for what reason? Because he goes into just back in the trailer, he finds the basement. Oh no! Is Topher gonna be sent to dinosaurs or monsters? Something that'd be funny. But he's like, "No way." He's kind of sitting down reading like a book, like an operation manual, kind of figured things out. Okay, I guess that's what Topher's gonna do in the meantime. Okay. What? This is so many plot points. Where do we go to next? I think we go back to Harper as Stacy, and she kind of like, "Oh, like, hey, like, my papa," like, just kind of playing the part. It's a, oh, hey, Daisy. Oh, your mother. Oh, she was always good with the numbers, but not me. But obviously, Harper's kind of worried. But say, hey, Daisy, you don't worry about that, okay? You're still a kid. It's okay. And it's like, oh, even, what's his name? Elijah? He's like, I always feel most connected with her in this whole house, in this chair, in this room, in the whole place in the house. Obviously, Harper's kind of hey, there's nothing to be sad about. She's still with us. And it's very sweet. And just kind of wondering, what we're gonna do with these bills. They're gonna lose the farm. Is this Big City Dreams? But it's kind of similar. This is more dramatic though. So they had a kind of a sweet conversation with Harper and her great grandfather. Yeah, because Grace is Harper's great grandmother. So yeah, Elijah is Harper's great grandfather. Two Graves. So they kind of had the conversation, and what happens next? Oh, there's so many things. Right, they go to we get back to Jess, Daisy, and Griffin, and we have the, oh, you can stay over for dinner. Griffin's like, yeah, what's going on with Harper? And like, oh, she's very fascinated with the 1930s project. Like, you should get to get started. Yeah, I bet. So much homework, huh? Like, and she's like, we're working on our dance moves and stuff like that. It's like, oh, do you like tacos? Like, yeah, I love tacos. I'm sure I almost said Hop. Harper will gobble them up, even though we're in the 1930s. They're not, tacos were in the 1930s. It's, oh yeah, okay. Just kind of get freaked out. Like, what the heck? But she doesn't know. And just like, I'm gonna go to the store to get supplies for tacos. Yay, tacos! Tacos Tuesday. But I don't know if it's like a Tuesday in this timeline. Who knows? But we have even like, I love it. Like, back in the 1930s, like, Daisy's like so like with the respect for your elders, like just respect basically. But we're so kind of formal now, kind of. We still show respect, which is good, but kind of more formal, because I'm gonna go to the groceries. Harper, just go get your brother to come downstairs because he's probably watching movies again. And she's like, yes, ma'am, and she's like, even Griffin kind of gives her like a look, like, oh. And she's like, yes, mother. Like, mom is fine. It's always been like, and she's like, oh, okay. And she kind of gets the look like, okay, and she like leaves. Well, Jess and Griffin were kind of talking talking things about, like, is everything fine? Like, yeah, everything's fine. Don't worry. Okay, I'm gonna go to the store. Daisy went up to Harper's room. I guess I went to find Topher. Like, oh, he's not in his room or anything like that. She went to Harper's room and said, oh, she was an artist just like my she was an artist too, just like my mother. And it's like, yeah, she was. Oh, is this her father? Oh yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I don't think Harper showed Griffin this portrait. Maybe she might later on. Who knows? Maybe Griffin will ask about it. But yeah, I'm supposed to. This is her father because, he passed away when Harper was really young. Oh, just like my mother. Parallels, yeah. I bet she misses him just like I miss my mother. And Griffin's like, yeah, she does. And so you're saying like that Harper is my I'm sorry, excuse me. And then Griffin says, kind of cuts in. You didn't have to do that, but like cuts in and says like, yeah, your great granddaughter. Like, whoa, this is kind of a lot to take. And yeah, I'm so sorry to get involved with this. But it's like, hey, but what your mom's out is perfect opportunity. You guys can switch back. Like, you don't have to worry about this. It's like, oh, okay. Like, I'm trying to trust you because yeah, like this Griffin kid seems to know what he's talking about. Was with this Harper girl. He seems nice. Kind of has like a bit of nobility. I'm just making that up, the nobility part. But he seems trustworthy. Like, so I'm gonna follow him, and he knows his way around this place, so I kind of have to trust him. So So they basically it's almost 5 o'clock, and we even have what was it? Harper basically going around in, I guess, Grace's study, like kind of like an artwork room, and we see like different portraits of like Grace and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, this is really, oh, I forgot the thing that Savannah was looking at was like in the back wall was a portrait of Grace, and that's when the lights started flickering because Grace was so haunting from even back then when Savannah in the now Savannah time, like when she has like a mom and dad and stuff like that. So sorry, that was the thing that she was looking at. So my bad. I just realized I think it's like the same portrait that Harper found, and she looks at the old timey clock. 5 o'clock. Gotta go. Then we have the we have Griffin said recording. So guess goodbye, Daisy. Yeah, but thank you for kind of showing me around. Yeah, no problem. Kind of joking about it. We see Topher kind of like what's going on? Sees the blue crystal. I forgot if this was in the trailer or anything, but kind of looks at Clip Crystal. Oh, what's gonna happen? We have Harper running for the I almost said chamber, the portal, like the capsule. She's reaching for it, and then Topher's kind of looking over the crystal. He's slowly grabbing out of it. Oh no! We see the portal shut, fading. Harper tries to grab it. Topher grabs the crystal. Harper is stuck there. And then basically and Topher's like and then Harper's like no, and that's when the episode just ends, and it has I guess spoilers for episode 3 kind of, so click off now if you don't want spoilers for episode 3 for the next like kind of few minutes. We see a Harper still pretending to be Daisy, kind of like, I can't just be stuck here. We have Griffin and Daisy, what are we gonna do? We have Topher is with the crystal, like what is this thing? We have like we even have Griffin's kind of like, Grace, is that you? We see a floorboard like kind of glow. That must be Savannah. Give me some information. Griffin probably. So there's like a lot of stuff going on. So I guess like kind of minor spoilers. That's all I can really remember. But yeah, everyone. Whew, episode 2. What should I give? Like, what score should I give it? Whoa. I wonder how long I've been talking. String clock. But I'm sorry, I'm not trying to worry about the clock, but it's my eyes that started to my phone. But what should I give it? Like I said, a lot of these episodes are really great, so I don't think there's too many mistakes. 95. Yeah, I think just Griffin kind of cutting in on what was it? Daisy, when he kind of cut in and said like, yeah, Harper's your great granddaughter, because I just don't like interrupting or cutting in. I just, unless it's like a bad guy to like a good guy or something, or bad guy with a bad guy when they don't care about each other. Not like, well, they wouldn't care. I guess they don't really care about each other really, but they're still both good people. So I didn't really like that. So yeah, 95%. So fantastic episode. Just like I think back in episode 1, I forgot it was 90 or 95. Yeah, so this episode 2 is either better or the same score as episode 1. But yeah, so fantastic episode. Questions. Harper trapped in the 1930s. She's gonna get more information about Grace, about Sam, Elijah. Is Sam the maintenance guy, the Moss Man? What's Savannah gonna figure out? Griffin stuck with Daisy. more romantic, a little bit more romantic moments between Harper and Griffin. That's very sweet. Sarah's getting more freaked out about the ghost. What was it? So many things happened. Almost said Rose. Oh my goodness. Wyatt and Zoe found an old lady, kind of stares at them, but then disappeared because obviously the parents are watching. So why and Zoe took the crystal? Oh my goodness, why did you take it? He found the basement. Does he know about time travel? He probably knows it, but he probably doesn't. But he found a manual. How much did he read? Because he sounded like he was reading like a couple pages, but probably not the whole book. What does he know? Elijah, is he gonna lose the farm? There's like so many things. So yeah, everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to share that video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Secrets of Sulphur Springs Season 2, Episode 3. Oh, come on, don't, episode title, don't fade away. This is called No Time to Waste. What was it? Out of Time? I'm going to say that until for tomorrow when I actually look at the episode title again. I think it's called Out of Time. This is called No Time to Waste. Next episode called Out of Time. It seems fitting, so I'll see you tomorrow for that. Okay? Bye.